There's a fine line between caring about what you're doing and being hard on yourself for the way that you're doing it. Perfectionists, this video is for you. First, a bit of context. In her book, The Wisdom of Anxiety, Cheryl Paul says that from a mother's first anxious visit to the doctor, where she is told that something about her baby is not normal, the idea of normal and some achievable ideal is telegraphed down the umbilical cord. And that's where that baby first learns that there are certain standards that they need to live into and to meet in order to be normal or in order to be good. And then that baby, you, me, we go through the school system and we learn that there is one right answer to things. And we learn to follow rules. And we learn to be good boys and good girls. And for many of us, this ends up translating into being very hard on ourselves in adulthood, because we're trying to unconsciously live into some kind of ideal that we think is achievable, but in actuality does not exist. And so today we're going to begin to unwind some of that conditioning and let go of this idea that there is an ideal that we could be meeting, especially when it comes to our work lives. And we're going to do that by tapping into and tapping literally into the perfection of who you are in your essence. And we're going to be using something called EFT tapping, which uses language to stimulate certain neural networks in the brain and combines that with tapping on acupressure points on the body to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. And in combination, these two have this really miraculous way of helping us to accept certain things that have been issues in our lives and also change the way that we think and feel about them, begin to change our beliefs about who we are and what is possible. Now, some of the language today will absolutely feel foreign if you're hard on yourself, but that's okay. That's why we're here. And I personally am here because I want to show you the possibility that who you are is valuable, that your essence is valuable. Something simple and effortless about you that requires nothing of you actually carries innate worth, and that you are more than just what you can do and accomplish and how much you can get done. If you're new to tapping, great. It's super simple. You're just going to repeat after me and do as I do. And we are going to keep it extra simple today by only working with the collarbone point, and that's below the V-neck bone in your neck. On either side, about an inch down, there are 2 points to tap, and you can just lay a flat hand there and cover them both. I'll be using language, of course, but if at any point you feel like there's language that's more resonant for you, I definitely invite you to use that and substitute what works. All right, let's begin by taking a few deep breaths together. So in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. 2 more. While you're here, just check in with yourself. Notice any sensations in your body, in your heart, in your emotions, and in your mind, because we'll check in after as well. And then finding that collarbone point and beginning to tap. Repeat after me. Even though I struggle with fill in the blank, getting my to-do list done, filming for YouTube, writing a brief, even though it feels fill in the blank, hard, slow, tricky, I choose to love and accept myself. All parts of myself, including the part that struggles. I choose to love and accept even this part that really struggles to get it right. And even though I can't always meet my own standards, And that really bothers me sometimes. I choose to love and accept myself. Even though part of me fears that if I don't fill in the blank, get it right, do it well, then fill in the blank will happen. This is where you get to speak into what are you really afraid of? And as you tap, this should become clear. I used to have a deathly fear of mistakes where it was like, if I didn't get it right, I'd be destroyed. So even though a part of me fears that if I don't fill in the blank, then blank will happen. Something bad will happen. I choose to love and accept myself. And I even love and accept this fear. And even though part of me believes that if I can fill in the blank, get it right, do it perfect, then I will fill in the blank. What will you get? Then I will feel worthy. Then I will feel good enough. Then I will win. Even though a part of me believes that if I can fill in the blank, then I will fill in the blank. I choose to let that thinking go now. And I choose to open to the idea that I am worthy for who I am and not just what I do. Even though it feels hard, even though it feels like I don't want to do that. And I'll invite you to check in when I invite you to say, I choose to believe that I'm worthy. How do you feel? Do you feel resistance? Do you feel like, oh, even though it feels hard, I am open to valuing myself for who I am. I am open to valuing my being and not just what I do. I am open to the possibility that I have value far beyond what my mind can conceive right now. And even though that scares me, even though I'm afraid that maybe I haven't accomplished enough, even though I'm afraid that I haven't accomplished enough to feel that way, I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to love and accept all parts of myself, including this part who thinks that I am not enough, including this fear that I haven't accomplished enough. And I am open to the idea that I have value in my very essence. I am open to the idea that I am worthy when I am just being, and not only for what I do. Go ahead and take another few deep breaths here. Rest the hand on the collarbone, shut the eyes, and bring in an image of yourself as an innocent child at an age that you can easily connect with. the innocence of that kid. Just see the perfection of your young self, no matter what they were doing, even just in play or at rest. You can see the beauty and the innocence of that child, can't you? Take a moment to soak that in and notice what has shifted in your body, in your mind, in your heart. If you've ever had someone sit and listen to you in pure presence, then you do know how valuable a person's being is. And this belief can take some time to anchor in, so I invite you to repeat this session as many times as you need. I'm cheering for you, and I will see you in a future video.